From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for August 25th, 2016. In just a moment, I'll be taking a look at the euro versus the US dollar, EURUSD, for today's trade analysis. But first, I want to recap a couple of the trade suggestions made over the past few days. Of course, as we've been talking about in the live trade room all week long, such a slow news week, such a slow week, nothing really highly expected out of the market this week. However, we have been able to take some profit. Starting here on the NZD earlier this week, as we bought or went long on the New Zealand dollar down here into the green zone at the bottom of this little period of congestion or range that we studied. The market pushed back above the 72.45 level. We got in and we've captured profit all the way up into the 73.30s. So a decent trading opportunity this week for the New Zealand dollar. Moving on over to the AUD/USD. Yesterday, we were noting the fact that the market was continuing 1, 2, 3, 4 previous days to find support into the pink shaded area, 7,600. We went ahead and took a buy at 7,600. We have seen over 20 pips of profit since we got in at 7,600. The market has gone up 30 to 35 pips of profit. The trade manager doing his job and taking us to break even on the trade. Currently sitting with about 11 pips, but definitely would like to see this go bullish again today. Moving over to the US yen, yesterday we put a pending order as a sell right around 100.70. Earlier this week we got in at 100.60 and were able to capture profit. We're looking to get in at the top of the blue triangle that you see down here at the bottom right hand corner of the chart. Zoom in a couple of times here on the 4 hour and you can see the top of that blue triangle, the blue shaded area. We were looking for the punch back up into the blue zone and the fall off of there. Just never went high enough to take that order in, so we removed the pending order. Next, moving over to the EURUSD, euro versus the US dollar. We've had a couple of different trends to focus in on here for the euro dollar. First off, the previous uptrend, the red trend line, it was moving higher, moved all the way to the top of our range into the 1500s. Then it started moving lower along the green trend line over the past several months. Then over the past few weeks, we've seen a reversal once again, pushing back above the green trend line and just underneath that red trend line. So let's go ahead and zoom it in here on the daily time frame. Over the past few days, we were kind of stuck inside this black box, finding support at the bottom, 1.1305, 1.1285. We see support at the yellow shaded area today and yesterday into 112.50. So as long as it stays underneath that orange zone, I think there's a possibility we take a turn back down to the yellow zone or even down to the pink zone and a return of the downtrend. Now, the only risk to that is that it breaks back above this orange shaded area, 1305, and starts going back up in the direction of the long-term uptrend. At 8:30 a.m. Eastern U.S. time, about 40 minutes from the recording of this video, we have some news out of the U.S. that could affect this currency pair. So it might be prudent to wait until after that news, see how that affects the market, and then look for another opportunity. If it breaks through the orange zone again, I think we're looking for the rise, at least back to the blue shaded area up here into the mid 1.13s. If it's negative news for the U.S., that's what would cause that. It would cause it to go up. Now, positive news out of the U.S., we look for continued resistance into the 1285 level and the market to turn back down into the mid to low 112s. That's down here towards the yellow shaded area. And by the way, the 100 period moving average sits just underneath there as well. 4 hour time frame, we have seen several candles open and close underneath that orange zone, giving some confidence in resistance at 112.85. So your risk in this trade is above the orange zone. You just don't want it to break above there. So if you decide to go short and sell the euro dollar, put your stop loss just above the orange zone. Because if it gets back above it, if the news is negative for the U.S., we would likely look for the turn higher again. Positive news finds resistance, starts working its way back down for the euro dollar today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.